Bears, Steelers. Steelers are out to a 7-point favorite. I'm looking at the latest numbers right now on FanDuel as we speak. You can get your bets in at fanduel.com/clay. That is fanduel.com/clay, up to $1,000, no risk. 40.5 is the over-under. Steelers -7. 40.5 is the number. What stands out to you, Furman, about tonight's matchup with the Bears on the road against the Steelers?
A couple of interesting things in play. We know about how maligned this Bears offense has been. Dead last in terms of points per game, dead last in yards per play effectiveness. And when you look at the offensive line, it's left Justin Fields running for his life. So clearly going into Pittsburgh against this tenacious defensive line, probably not a recipe for success. But at the same time, you do wonder how the Steelers will handle a little bit of prosperity. They, of course, upset the Cleveland Browns last weekend, a win that looks even better in the wake of the Browns' dominant effort yesterday at the hands of the Cincinnati Bengals. But the one thing we've grown accustomed to with Big Ben under center and Mike Tomlin as the head coach is that the Steelers thrive when they're catching points. They aren't exactly great covering numbers in the favorite role. And the last 7 times they've been installed as a favorite, they're 0-7 against the spread. I mean, earlier this season, we saw Pittsburgh fail to find separation against the likes of Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. I do think the Steelers win, but I would not be running to the window to lay more than 7 in this game. I mean, having to win by 8 or more in this particular spot, I could very realistically see this game 21-17, somewhere thereabouts. So would lean first half under and the Bears plus those generous points.
Anybody you like for potential first touchdowns? Any props that stand out to you for Monday night?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen running quarterbacks offer all sorts of value week in, week out in this particular market. And maybe there's a chance that the Bears are creative on their opening drive with a design quarterback run should they get themselves into the red zone. So I would take a flyer with Justin Fields to be that guy. I mean, over 100 yards rushing last week against the 49ers. I know it came in a loss, but coming into that spot, he only had 140 rushing yards total on the season. I think that knee that was slowing him down a little bit is healed up. So it wouldn't shock me at all if we get a little RPO. The Bears are able to mount a drive early. So I'll take a flyer on Justin Fields at a price well north of 10-1.